Broadcast off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Brooks got his man complete over the middle. That's Ali. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now Brooks to throw. Off the boot. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. From the gun, Brooks. Under pressure, they got him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. First carry for Nick Chubb. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Dayo Odeyingbo there to make the play defensively. Here's 2nd and 8. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that field shrink. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. here's the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now Brooks from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Brooks now on 1st and 10. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down. Can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off play action. Brooks. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brooks. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And defensively, they are in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give. This is Chubb. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And his throw here is incomplete.
The pressure there was definitely enough to make him alter his throw because if he had had time, He had a man wide open and had a chance to get it to him.
Yeah, I think if he had just another split second, that's a completion and a touchdown. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will stop right around the 25. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And that was all the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Touchdown, Browns! Anthony Schwartz with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Taylor will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Brooks. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Big play that time through the air. 30 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2nd and 9 now. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better? The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Brooks on first down. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 53. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
The Browns drive about to get started. 1 second, all that remains. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And he returns this to the 22. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brooks. This to Hines on the drop-off. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Browns to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They begin this drive with Chubb. As shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Shedding the tackle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Brooks. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold, because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Here's Brooks throwing on 1st down. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going up top. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Brooks. And this one complete to Doolin. And he'll will get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Taken from just outside the 30. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd. And right at a yard. On the handoff, it's Mack. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll run on 1st down. Richards. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And they take a knee. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Browns, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.